News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM WVNA. Welcome back to the Yaffee program. You know that I am Alabama's voice of reason, Huntsville's conservative conscience. Don't forget to like the Yaffee Facebook page. Follow me on X at Yaffee or Instagram at Yaffee Live. And please spell it right. The AI can't even get it right. You know, when you have like captions of any videos I do, they still spell my name wrong. One day it'll get it right, but it's spelled Yaffee, just so you know. All right, let's get to the headlines right now. We have the Alabama Bullet Points.
Alabama Bullet Points. Today's headlines from around the Yellowhammer State.
Brought to you by Larry's Pistol and Pawn. Number 4 today, apparently things are heating up in the state house race, the local state house race, where Mo Brooks is running against James Lomax. Speaker of the House, Nathaniel Ledbetter, said that Mo Brooks has failed at every office he's been in. Wow. Jeez Louise. Alabama House Speaker Nathaniel Ledbetter harshly criticized former U.S. Congressman Mo Brooks' last-minute entry into the 2026 Republican primary for Alabama House District 20. Where Brooks is challenging incumbent State Representative James Lomax. Now, speaking at a Business Council of Alabama event, Ledbetter declared that Brooks has failed at every office he's been in, citing his past roles as State Representative, Madison County Commissioner, District Attorney, and 6-term Congressman. And he praised Lomax. So it seems like a lot of this is just defending Lomax because they really like him. Number 3, and you heard it here first on my show yesterday, former Republican Party chairman of Alabama, John Wall, is now officially in the race to become Alabama's next lieutenant governor. So John Wall officially entered the 2026 race for Alabama lieutenant governor, making the announcement shortly after receiving a strong endorsement from President Donald Trump. Now, Trump described Wall as a true MAGA warrior and America First patriot, and says he has my complete and total endorsement. This is before John Wall decided to get into the race. So he made the announcement at a press conference yesterday officially, but he actually said it on my show yesterday before he made that announcement. But he talked about it, how he did not know the endorsement was coming when it did, that he first found out about the Truth Social endorsement from a friend who texted him about it. But he did have a pretty good conversation with Trump's people after the fact as well. So we'll see how this goes. Number 2 today, and this is getting bipartisan support, which it should, but the Alabama House passes a bill expanding the death penalty to cover the most violent sex crimes against children. Now, I also wrote about this at yellowhammernews.com. Check that out. The Alabama House of Representatives passed the Child Predator Death Penalty Act, expanding eligibility for the death penalty to cover the most violent sex crimes against children. Now, sponsored by State Representative Matt Simpson and pre-filed alongside State Senator April Weaver, the bill amends Alabama's criminal code to make first-degree rape, first-degree sodomy, and sexual torture capital offenses when the victim is under 12. Now, this was also something that was supported by Governor Kay Ivey. She had mentioned it in her State of the State address. Now, this effort aligns with similar pushes in other states, but it will eventually have to go to the Supreme Court. But hopefully the Supreme Court actually overturns their past bad decision on it. And number 1, yes, Senator Tommy Tuberville, who's most likely going to be our next governor, says there is going to be a fight when it comes to avoiding another government shutdown. That's right, U.S. Senator Tommy Tuberville appeared on Fox Business Network's The Evening Edit, warning of an impending government shutdown that he attributes to Democrats' opposition to President Donald Trump's agenda. Now, he claimed Democrats are pushing for the shutdown primarily because they hate Donald Trump and are resisting progress on issues like immigration enforcement, describing them as Democrat communists unwilling to support governance. Now, Tuberville highlighted that the Department of Homeland Security is already funded through prior legislation, but the current dispute centers on proposed DHS funding amid broader tensions. Now, he predicted a fight is inevitable, saying, "There's going to be a fight, but I don't know whether we can stop it," and suggested it would affect agencies like FEMA and the TSA. So are we headed toward another dumb government shutdown? It seems to be pretty possible, although this will just be partial because some things are already funded, as he mentioned. By the way, go to Larry's Pistol and Pawn today. You know, Valentine's Day, just a couple weeks away. Are you ready? Have you even thought about it? Are you just going to do the usual thing? Oh, here's some chocolate, maybe a flower. How about you step it up? How about you get to your loved one some really nice jewelry? But you're like, that sounds expensive, Yaffee. I'm not at Larry's Pistol and Pawn. If you go to Larry's Pistol and Pawn in Madison off Greenbrier Exit 3, next to the big rusty water tower, you can see their huge selection, and then you'll be even more amazed at the great prices. You know, I got my wife diamond earrings there a couple years ago for Christmas, and there's a reason why I got them. I was able to get them because I got it for a good price at Larry's Pistol and Pawn. Now, something else you want to know about, they have great financing options. You can put jewelry on layaway, which is awesome. And the selection is amazing. So maybe you're just looking for earrings, maybe a new ring, maybe a bracelet. They have antique jewelry, permanent jewelry, and much, much more, all for great prices. So go to Larry's Pistol and Pawn in Madison. Today, there is another location in Huntsville off North Memorial Parkway, and you can always find out more information on their website, pistolandpawn.com. That's pistolandpawn.com. And by the way, when you go to Larry's Pistol and Pawn and you get those great deals and shop for all kinds of things, make sure to let them know you heard about it from Yaffee. All right, Congressman Barry Moore is running for the U.S. Senate. Join me next. We'll talk about his campaign, but also we really got to get into the potential for a government shutdown and see what else he's working on. I know he asked questions of Jack Smith when they had that congressional testimony, so we'll talk about that as well here in the Yaffee program. Stay with us.
It's the Yaffee program on WVNN.
Nobody does selling better than Shopify. Shopify is the home of the #1 checkout on the planet. And the not-so-secret secret, with Shop Pay that boosts conversions up to 50%, meaning way less carts go abandoned and way more sales going through. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. On the web, in your store, in their feed, and everywhere in between. Businesses that sell more, sell on Shopify. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout that Skims uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period for 3 months at shopify.com/Westwood1, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Westwood1 to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/Westwood1.
American Skyjacker tells the story of D.B. Cooper copycat Martin McNally, who hijacked a plane and jumped out with $500,000. But that's just the start of this epic true crime saga. Now, American Skyjacker is an action-packed documentary available on all major platforms. Go to AmericanSkyjacker.com to subscribe to the podcast and watch the film, and look out for a new bonus episode of the podcast coming soon. American Skyjacker. Follow and listen on your favorite platform. American Skyjacker tells the story of D.B. Cooper copycat Martin McNally, who hijacked a plane and jumped out with $500,000. But that's just the start of this epic true crime saga. Now, American Skyjacker is an action-packed documentary available on all major platforms. Go to AmericanSkyjacker.com to subscribe to the podcast and watch the film, and look out for a new bonus episode of the podcast coming soon. American Skyjacker. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.